Hi, friends. Welcome back to Shut Up, Tell Me More. I am so excited to sit down with someone today that embodies the energy and heart of South Florida. You know her as the host of South Florida Live on NBC6, where she brings the best of culture, lifestyle, and all the fun things that are happening in our community. She is also a mama of three, an award-winning journalist, and a force both on and off screen. Kristin Sanchez, welcome to the podcast.
What a welcome. I love that.
I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for doing all the things, making it up here. Thank you.
I love it. This is what I live for, are things like this. I thrive off of having a busy schedule too. So having this on my list of things to do today was a highlight.
Amazing. You've built this incredible, incredible career. And I want to get into all of that. But before we do, summer is actually over, which is very sad. Everyone's back to school all across the nation. Your summer looked amazing, though. I have to ask you about Montauk. So you went to Surf Lodge with your parents.
Yes.
Is that the best thing ever?
Okay, so my sister and I, we notoriously party with our parents. We just have always done that. And by the way, if you haven't done that, you need to.
Yeah.
Because it's so much fun. So I'm from Long Island, born and raised. I was going to Surf Lodge since before it was cool, when they were just known for their burgers with an egg on it.
Wait, what was it like before it became this spot?
It was literally a restaurant, a really cool restaurant on Fort Pond, and you would go there for it was always vibey, don't get me wrong, but over the years it's the spot to be.
It's the spot.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, compared to something in Miami, is there anything even remotely comparable?
I will say that Palm Tree Club is on the horizon of being what Surf Lodge is.
Okay.
So that's the most comparable, but Palm Tree is so new here as well. But anything else like it? No, it's unmatched. I mean, Long Island and especially in Montauk, we just do it different.
That's so much. And you must have such fun parents.
Oh, my parents are a great time. And I think that I like to party because they like to party, and it runs in the family.
I love that. I'm so jealous. My mom, whenever I have a drink, she's like, whose daughter are you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll do a paternity test. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's so much fun.
Yeah, you got to have fun with your parents.
Yes.
With people too. And after becoming
too.
a mom, I'm sure is you realize how human just your parents are.
Yes. Well, so my son knows that my nickname in college was Party Girl Pam. It's also because it's an alliteration. I kind of live up to it, but not as much. But he's like, Party Girl Pam is gone. Anytime I tell him no to something, and I'm like, Mason, come on, man.
You still have fun, but
right?
There's limitations now.
Right? Yes. We're more tired.
Yes.
So it's hard. But that is so fun. Do you think now that all these people are moving from New York down here that they're still going to summer in the Hamptons?
Absolutely. I just feel it's a destination. Everybody comes here in the wintertime, and we have a good time here in Miami, but there's just nothing like a Long Island summer.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the Hamptons, whether it's Montauk, Sag Harbor, West Hampton, which is no longer the worst Hampton.
Oh my gosh.
Very cute now. There's just so much to offer. So I love bumping into people in Miami, from Miami in the Hamptons too.
Yeah, that's going to become a whole thing, I'm sure now. Oh, that's so much fun. All right. Well, speaking of fun, we have to get into your career because you have been in broadcasting for so long. Did you always want to be a journalist?
I did. I remember my mom telling me when I was younger that I had this book report, a little project, and I wanted to be Oprah Winfrey. Oh. And she actually still has that, which I need to dig up and show Oprah.
100%.
That I manifested this from the 4th grade. So it's something I always really wanted to do.
Oh, I love that. What's your favorite part of it?
Originally I didn't always do lifestyle. I was a hard news reporter. And what fueled me and through these really tough stories that I would cover was helping people. I feel it's in my nature. If I can help you in whatever way, I will do that. And from being a morning news reporter, whether it's finding answers from somebody who just lost everything in a fire, or some of the worst stories that I've covered, it's that light at the end of it. And if I could help shine a little light on somebody's life, that fulfilled me.
That's so nice. But how do you cope with it? You hear so many sad things and then you have to talk about it on air and live often. Yeah. How do you do that?
I think it's different because I was in my 20s. I got into the business so young. I graduated college early and I kind of just got right into my career. So I feel when you're in your 20s, things don't hit you like they do as a parent.
Yes.
And now I have all the feelings. Like, do not talk to me about anything sad because I will start crying. So being able to like process those things as a 20-year-old was easy because I didn't really have like a full grasp on life and like how precious it is. Like yes, to an extent, but like not how it is when you like create little lives yourself.
Yeah. Well, speaking of becoming a mom, so you used to be on air from 4:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock a.m.
Yes.
That is ungodly hours. I used to say, I'm like, no one
Awful.
should see 4 a.m. on the clock ever.
I
So
agree.
what time did you go to bed? Like, how did this whole thing work when you had kids? Tell me all about it.
It was really a challenge. And I was not an early bird at all. Like I would not go to bed early. I was not used to waking up early. So I would literally stay up until like 11 or 12 o'clock. And I would still wake up at 2:30 in the morning to go to work. But mind you, I was like 25, 26, 27. Like my energy level was different. And now that I've transitioned into a new role, a new show, and a new lifestyle, I've said goodbye to those 2:30 a.m. alarms.
That had to be just like the best day. But it's not like I know your show comes on at what, 12:30
Yes.
p.m.? So it's not like you get there at like 12 and you're like, all right, let's go. Like you still have to be at the office early.
I'm grinding all the time. I really am. But you know what? Now it's a choice when I set that alarm. So I'm an early riser now as a 33-year-old mom that, I wake up at like 5 or 5:30 to go to the gym at 6. And then I come back home, get the kids ready. But like, don't be surprised if you get an email from me at midnight and I'm sending you questions or like inviting you on and I have an idea that's spurring. Like I am always working, but now it's like my choice, my power. It's my voice and it's not being guided by a schedule that I just don't love.
Oh my gosh, that's so
It's a different kind of feeling when you get
Yes.
to choose what you want to do.
Yes, and you worked your way there. Okay, speaking of waking up at the gym at 5:30 or whatever you said, do you genuinely like it? Because it could never be me.
You got to try it.
I've tried.
Have you?
I've
Okay.
tried it, and I'm like, the sun's not out, neither am I. No, thank you. Like,
Okay, we're going to do this together and I'm going to come over and pick you up and we're going to drive to the gym because I feel like there is nothing better than waking up, being on the road and it's quiet. There is not a soul out there.
Yeah.
And like having that silence, which with a house full of 3 little kids, all 4 and under, never happens. So I am just like driving to the gym with my windows down and like just enjoying that like dewy air and just also like that quiet time before I get. But it's like, it's my self-care. It's like, that's my time. And like, if this is only the time I'm going to be able to do it, I'm going to do it because I'm going to show up for my kids when they wake up because that's my priority.
you're like super mom. That's what and you have the
We all
abs to
are.
prove it. So I get it. It's working. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, that's always nice too, is like seeing those results. It's like, okay, you know what? These early wake-up calls are worth it.
They're worth it. It's happening. What's your favorite workout now?
I'm into Pilates. I feel like it's kind of trendy right now. So I am dabbling in that because I do report on all of like the things that are trending. So yeah, you'll see me like at the Cadillac. We'll do the reformer. I'll try the mat Pilates. I'm really enjoying that. But like, to be honest, I love a good HIIT class. Like
Yeah.
a high intensity interval workout is like, that's my jam.
Yeah.
And especially when it's heated too.
Oh my gosh, you're that hardcore. I love it. I love
am.
it so much. Okay, when you had to work out for the first time on air, because you do that, you do a lot of stuff on air. Were you like, wait, how am I gonna? Were you worried about angles, what you were wearing, like what went through your head?
You know what? That has like now, I feel like I've been in the business for so long and realized a few things that people like real and they want relatable. And truthfully, like I am not perfect at all. And I hope that when other people watch me and like you see me with maybe my eyelash like hanging off or like maybe that sweat is dripping too much and I should have patted my face, that like you see yourself in me. So like I'm not even worried about the angles anymore. Like if my like skin is rolled over my pants a little bit, it's like, yeah, I had 3 kids and my last pregnancy was a twin pregnancy.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
you know, there is definitely going to be imperfections, but I'm just embracing that. I'm doing the best to handle all of it. So like working out on camera, I'm just like, you know what? I hope I motivate any of you who has been wanting to do it to just like get up and do it, because I'm definitely not a pro, but I'm going to try it at least once.
And you're so good at it. That's why we have like a full hour of Kristin. It's the best. We're so lucky to have that, and I love it. I also want to ask you your favorite story you've ever covered. Is there one that sticks out to you?
Ooh, that's a good one. You know, I I have so many different stories. What is a really great story? I'm going to move away from the heartfelt, and I'm going to move to a really cool story.
Yes.
Okay. I got to interview David Beckham at the Faena not too long ago for his new brand that he's launching. It's a supplement called I Am 8. That was really, really cool. And I will say I don't usually get nervous. And that was one of those things where I'm like, okay, like that's him in real life. Like we're going to just like take this all in. So
yes.
That was super cool.
So I've never seen him in real life. Does he look that perfect? Like, is
Drop
it like
dead gorgeous?
How does someone do? And he's nice too, right?
The kindest. The kindest. I am telling you, he walked in with a whole entourage, and then you already know my alert is up. I'm like, okay, like we got to be very careful. And he walked right past him. He's like, hey, Kristin. I'm like, oh, he knows my name. Like,
love that.
Yes, that was a very eye-opening moment, and it taught me something that, like, as a celebrity and icon, figure that a lot of people look up to, he is the kindest, and that's probably what made him so successful. Is I didn't see that there was like a chip on his shoulder or entitlement at all. He was just genuinely, he's like, thank you so much for coming. I'm like, thank me? No way. Like, thank you for letting me be here.
Oh, I love that so much.
But very, very genuine. And that was a beautiful thing to see.
How do you prepare to interview him?
Oh God, I don't know a thing about soccer or like anything like that. So he like made a joke about how the team lost at night, and I had no idea what he was saying because I'm like, oh, there was a game. So
You're like, of course, yeah, totally. Yeah. I watched everything. That one play.
I know, and I was looking everything up about this supplement, but you're talking to me about soccer. I'm like, oh goodness, I did not look into that a smidge. But of course, I like try to look into the history of things and like, of course, his family and whatnot. But sometimes you're gonna get like thrown some of those questions that you just don't know the answers to, and
yeah,
you just got to be you.
What's been your craziest live thing that's happened when you're just like thrown for a loop of like, oh my gosh, how do I recoup this?
Oh my gosh, I think, even today in studio, I had some of the guests on from Miami Vice.
Ooh.
41 years later, they are doing a reunion right here in Miami, and that was crazy because I have these two like big stars, but today, unfortunately, we were booked solid. So instead of giving them like a 5-minute segment, which they definitely deserved, I had about 2.5 minutes with them. So they weren't happy about that. And then I had to squeeze in all of these other guests who obviously deserve all the time in the world. And I'm bouncing around from segment to segment. And the hardest part about being a host is like, you need to know every single thing about that person. And when you have 6 or 7 people on a live TV show in a short amount of time, that is very difficult to do. So I think like being able to like switch hats and jump into different genres is like the craziest thing that I do every single day.
That's amazing. Do you think that your career before South Florida Live prepared you for that?
Definitely. Yeah. I've always been a yes. Like, I never
come
say
from a
no.
place of yes, it's very Bravo. All roads lead back to Bravo here, by the way. So yeah,
I love that. But it's like, as a reporter, I started out as actually my first boss told me that I wasn't good enough to be on camera.
Wait, stop it right now. That needs to be like said everywhere. Have you ever spoken publicly about that?
I don't think so, actually. But my first like on camera gig, I was a weekend reporter. And she told me that she was only giving me the weekends because she didn't think I was good enough to be on camera. And I was a production assistant. So I maneuvered the cameras. I did audio, learning how to do graphics. And you better believe I worked my butt off to like prove to not only her, but myself that I could do this full time. But I feel like being able to jump into like so many roles at like a young age definitely prepared me for being able to talk to like 7 people in 30 minutes.
For sure. Wait, have you gone back to her and said like, oh, hi, by the way, from South Florida Live, my own show?
I heard that she actually got fired from her job.
Well, boom, there you go, karma.
And I don't think she's in the business anymore.
Yeah, Well, she obviously wasn't very good at spying talent. Like, are you kidding? That's such an important message, though, because I think there are so many people that have dreams. One person will shoot it down. They're like, I can't, because your ego gets hurt and you get scared.
You just brought up a very strong point. There's always going to be someone to knock you down. And listen, you can take that in either way. You can prove to them that they are right and that you don't deserve where you are, or you can use that as motivation to be better and to do better.
Yes. I'm so impressed. How old were you when that happened?
That was my first job. Well, that was my first on-air job after school. I believe I was 23 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You're like, okay, well, I'm going to go down to the South Florida market. So have a good day.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. South Florida Live, your show. Talk to me about transitioning into that and how the whole thing came about, because it did not exist before.
No.
Okay.
So NBC Miami had a lifestyle entertainment show that it had a beautiful time, but that time was up and it was time for a rebrand. So I was doing traffic and helping to anchor the morning show for a long period of time, and I was ready for something more. And I think that the station knew that I was ready for my next chapter. So they presented me the position of being the sole host of South Florida Live, which was like a dream come true. And
literally.
I'm sure like as a host too, and you are the sole host of your show, it's like to be a sole host is like something so special.
Yes. Yes. It's like the dream. Like I grew up wanting that so much, like E-News and everything, which like duly departed E-News. But like it's amazing that you have this now. Like you have the dream that so many people think about.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, you're so lucky. And like, yeah, sure, maybe I am. But you know what? Like I really did work my butt off to get here. So you asked me like how I got there. I was doing traffic, waking up at 2:30 in the morning, getting into the station at 4:30. And when I saw that there was opportunity to maybe do something entertainment or lifestyle, I went to those producers and I said to them like, hey, I have an idea. I'm going to go and create this content. I would love to put it into your show. So I wasn't working an 8-hour day. Mm-hmm. I worked a 12-hour day. And then before I knew it, they were asking me to stay late and to fill in on that other show. And I did that. But like I wasn't sleeping. I had a 1-year-old at home, but I wanted it so bad. And I was going to do everything it took to like show that I could do what the show needed. So I did it.
That's so inspirational. Did you always want to do like lifestyle and entertainment like from the jump?
Not from the jump. Like I think I always wanted to be like the Maria Menounos.
Yes, of course.
I love her. And then I remember hearing like, oh, entertainment, it's not like, there's no like longevity in it. You're going to get phased out when you get old. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to turn to news, right? I want to be a news anchor and I wanted to be like Lester Holt and host the nightly news. But you know what? That's just like not me. Mm-hmm. And I think that everyone at home could kind of see that as like, I wanted to wear fun dresses and I wanted to talk like I was talking to a friend, which I think the news aspect of things is changing now. It's not so like standard and dare I say boring.
Yeah.
But it's not lifestyle by any means. So my social media started to like really like amp up and I started posting fun things. And I feel like entertainment and lifestyle became who I was on social. And then to be able to put that onto TV, it kind of like flowed so naturally. I wasn't trying to be something that I wasn't. It was just, you know, I love going to 5 events in one night. Yeah. I love rocking a really cool outfit. So it just kind of all came along and together. Nicely.
And you're so good at that. Okay, so a lot of people see you on screen and they're like, oh, so glamorous. Like she is hair and makeup. But do you do your own glam every day?
Yes.
Okay, do you ever have mishaps? Because like even getting ready for this show, I'll be like, I give myself a certain amount of time. Of course, I'm like always cutting it short. And I'll like do something wrong with my makeup and I'm like, shit, there goes my face. Like, what am I going to do? So like, does that ever happen to you? Like before you get on camera?
1000%.
What do you do?
It's a lot of work. I will say that NBC Miami, we did have hair and makeup before the pandemic.
Okay.
But budget cuts are a real thing. And that all got phased out, especially with like the limitations on like people allowed in certain places. So like hair and makeup was a thing, not anymore. But getting ready now, it's exhausting. Mm-hmm. I will say I took a break from my lashes this summer. I popped them on today just for you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. We teach you. Okay, that's the one thing in makeup. Not the one thing. Trust me, there are many things. But I cannot do lashes to save my life. Like I get the glue everywhere and I just get frustrated and freaked out. And again, I'm always running late. Always. So yes. I'm like, just forget it. Just forget it. So
I'm going to give you like a lash 101.
Yes,
I can do these in my sleep. Like literally just pop them on.
Oh my God. It's talent. It really is.
Yeah. But also a lot of years of doing that at 2:30 in the morning when I'm half asleep also.
Unreal. I think it's like boot camp what you went through. Like it really was.
Yeah, it's no joke. So all those morning anchors that you see, like even on the Today Show, like Savannah Guthrie waking up. Their show doesn't start until 7 a.m., but they're in the studio early. Like, I think their car picks them up at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning. So it is a fun job, but like, don't even think for a second that it's an easy one.
No, and by the way, you're not just going home to rest after that. Like, you have to, one, prep for your next show, right? And then you have a ton of events and things that, like, especially doing what you do now. It's fun, but it's exhausting.
It's exhausting, yes. And like, not to mention now I have 3 little kids too, to like add into the mix. And I am not one of those parents, like, and I admire the parents that can kind of like really separate home and work. But even today I have like so many events going on, but like, I'm going to pop home to like see my kids before I'm out again tonight, just because they're so little. And like, if I can be there for even like 30 minutes, it's worth it for me to just come home even for that amount of time.
You know, you recently posted something that like I took so much to heart. Like, someone had said to you something along the lines of like, oh, you have your hands full. And you're like, but I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is such a true thing that happens. Like, people are like, oh, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, this is the best thing ever, especially being a twin mom. I'm not a twin mom, but I have many friends that are. You guys are in your own category.
Yeah.
Like, it is its own
It's chaos.
special world.
Beautiful chaos.
Yes,
Right.
it is. It is. And your 2 little girls, do they have their own language?
They like it, like it literally sounds like little aliens like talking to each other.
Love
Like, and but the way that they communicate to each other are like things that I heard that they would do.
Yeah.
But they actually do have their own little language. Even like before they were talking, they were, I don't know, like it's amazing.
It's a real like scientific thing.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Do you think that balance is a real thing? Because I don't.
Yes and no. Like, listen, you can shoot for balance as much as you can. Is it going to happen every day? Absolutely not. But I think that it should be a goal. And like, maybe not all in one day, but like in the week, like say like, you know what, on this Monday, I'm just going to like have this for my family. On Tuesday, I really got to work and I got to get these things done. And maybe on the next day, on Wednesday, I'm going to make some time for me and actually enjoy myself. Maybe I'm going to go and like have a happy hour with some girlfriends.
Yes.
Or maybe I'm going to go hang out with my husband. Whichever that may be, it's not always going to come like together. And some weeks are going to be really hard. But I kind of feel like we do need to like sectionalize our lives and to make time for those things, because if not, you get burnt out.
Yes, so easily. And you have to give yourself grace as well. But it's hard. Do you have to pass up things because you're like, I have time with the kids I need to do?
Yeah, and I feel like that's like normal in anyone who's like becoming more successful in like their business or their brand, is like things that were important before are not nearly as important now. But that's also a great place to be and a powerful place to be like, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah.
I don't need that anymore. And I did that a couple years ago and that fulfilled me then. But now I have these other commitments.
So true. So true.
Do you feel the same way that like?
Yes, for sure. Like, I used to do a ton of different things, and I'm like, now I just cannot make that space. And that was a different season of life, and now I'm in a new season of life. Like, I don't need to be room mom every single year. Like, I'm good with that.
Room mom.
Oh God, it's a job into
special
itself.
animals.
Yes.
Like, I will say that you guys are animals
It's
because
nuts.
wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, it's as much as you could be organized and like ready, like you have to be so on it and you can't mess it up. Like, what's going to happen? You're going to miss the Halloween like parade or whatever? No, you'll mess up like memories for people's lives. You cannot. You have to be so on it. So
That's
yeah, I
the
gave it up. I
most
was like, and what's funny is, so I used to do it for my 10-year-old. Like, I was like, okay, I'll do it. Do you want me to do it? Yes, I do. I'd go, he would like throw me off the bench. He'd be like, Mom, don't sit here. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'm
like,
here
like,
for
give me
you.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hung up that hat a long time ago. I was like, we're done. My poor, like, I have a 3-year-old now. And I was like, my poor little guy will never experience that. But that's okay. Someone else will get my support and that'll be enough.
Or maybe in like another year or two, you might want to dabble in it.
Yeah.
But that's a great example of how like, you know what, you did that. You fulfilled your need within yourself, and for your son, you can tell him that you did it. And then it's like, that's okay. I'm just going to write the check.
So exactly. And there's a place for those people as well.
Yeah.
Like, I will bring you whatever you
Yeah.
need. Just like I won't bring you me. But like, you don't need me. You're good.
Yes.
So true. I want to switch gears and go back to talking about your fashion. Do you have a budget that they give you? Like, you don't repeat your outfit ever.
No budget. I would love one.
Yes, you should.
I would like. So all the clothes are my own. And it is exhausting. My closet is bursting. I think when I came back from maternity leave from the twins, I did not rewear an outfit for I want to say over a year.
Oh my God.
Yes.
When do you have time to shop?
Online shopping is really a great thing.
Yeah, so you're like a huge Revolve girl.
I love Revolve, but I also like finding like those small boutiques. So like,
Ooh.
tip for anybody who loves like an outfit that's a little bit different. I love going to the boutiques like in the Hamptons, which they curate like just a great selection of different brands. And I will write them all down and I will go to those brands like websites and find some of the pieces that I love, because like Saks, Neiman, Nordstrom, they don't sometimes carry those designers.
Correct.
And like if you want really unique pieces that are going to stand out and have people asking you like, where are those from? Like you got to find like the smaller places that haven't blown up yet. So I love Revolve, don't get me wrong. Like I definitely buy some things, but like I'm also going to see every other influencer in the same thing also.
That's so true. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do you have a favorite designer?
At the moment, I would say Dress2 is a Brazilian designer that just came and established their first storefront here in Miami. And that clothes is just like so beautiful, like this beautiful linen that's like light and like perfect for the summer days. This is Skies Are Blue, and like it's so different. It's not super expensive, which also when I'm trying not to repeat outfits is like a great thing.
Yes.
But I also am a very big fan of Last Call, Neiman Marcus.
Yes.
Over at Sawgrass.
Okay.
You will find me with my arms loaded with different like dresses and things. I love when they're having a great sale, so you will see me piling up on a lot of stuff.
You are always so well coordinated. Are you like that at home too? Like when cameras are off?
I really am. I mean, the girls and Preston really threw a monkey wrench into my like organization, but this past weekend.
Wait, you have a Preston?
Yeah.
I have a Preston.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Aw.
Yeah. So he's my 4-year-old. And although they love to like get into all of my drawers, we tried to keep things as organized as possible.
Yes.
So on this rainy day on this past weekend, I organized my pantry. So little by little.
You don't stop. You don't stop.
No.
You could have like sat down and yes, there are kids running around. Like watch them. You're like, no, I'll organize the pantry.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I did have Housewives of Orange County playing in the background.
Constantly. Okay, so are you watching everything Housewives right now?
I'm trying to catch up, and I am embarrassed to say I'm a little behind, but I am watching Housewives of OC. I'm a little behind on Miami. But
Okay.
Yes.
So OC, who do you think is the liar? Katie or Gretchen / Tamara?
Katie.
Yeah.
I feel like... What are you doing? Like, be better if you want to be a liar.
I know.
Like, be more sneaky, because, like, you are just, like, leaving breadcrumbs right to you.
Yes.
She's caught red-handed.
Yes.
In my opinion.
What do you think about them, like, going to the influencers and the bloggers and the podcasters and, like, planting things? And how do you think that's affected the show?
You know, listen, it's going to happen. And I think that it's actually getting that feedback from other people. Like people are interested in it because it's like so much controversy right now. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely a different kind of Real Housewives than what we were watching like 5 years ago.
100%.
Or 6 years ago.
Yes.
I think that Katie's like fresh meat. I think that she wants some attention and like, listen, I'm watching. Yeah. I'm intrigued. Like you have my attention, but I'm also like very curious as to like why you're doing it.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think they like try to play the game, but if you're not good at playing the game, you're going to fall apart. Like Margaret Joseph's very good at playing the game. Like I love her. We're big friend of the show. Like I love her immensely. But she's so good at what she does. Like you have to be really good at it to not get caught up in the lies once you're airing. Like it's just, I don't think Katie learned that yet.
No, and I thought like after last season, like I feel like the girls were like really hard on her too, and like kind of showed them like if you're gonna mess with me, we're gonna mess with you right back. And I feel like now all that stuff is coming out. Like recording Shannon, that's like bananas.
Yeah.
Shannon like went through so much. She has like kids and like no, they're not young, but like as a mom, like I believe in karma, and I just don't think that it's good to like mess with somebody's life.
Yes. Oh, that's when it gets really bad. That's when the show goes south, and that's when it breaks up a la Jersey. And that's why we're in the mess we are now. I'm like dying to hear what's going to happen with Jersey. Like I feel like I'm constantly like looking this up. Are you the same?
I want to be more in tune, but
You're like, I only have so much time.
I only have so much time.
Yeah.
So I need to catch up with all of that. I will say I met Teresa and she was wonderful. Like over, what was it, last summer? But I am not caught up on like all the newest things.
That's okay. I'll inform you anytime.
Please
anytime
do.
You're like, what is going on here? Would you ever do reality TV or Real Housewives?
I feel like it's like, the quick answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
That actually scares me a little bit because, you know, I thought I talked to you about being like authentic on the show and like listening if I have like stretchy skin on a workout, like that doesn't bother me. If my eyelashes are a little bit messed up or my hair looks crazy that day, like that's very real life. But like, I guess like the borderline is like, I feel like you really do genuinely have to be authentic because that's what the audience wants. And with little kids, it's really hard to know where the line is.
That's true. That's true. And also being married, like what is my partner willing for me to share? Like my husband would lose his mind. He'd be like, if I raise my voice above this level, he's like, you are making a scene. He would lose it. He'd be like, we cannot share all this. So, and I'm the opposite way. I'm like, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you like what I ate 4 days ago and like my biggest secret. And like, so it wouldn't.
But do you think also, that's a great point, like bringing up like the relationship side of things on reality TV is like a lot of these women that were married are no longer married.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that it causes a strain on their marriage?
100%. The OC, like the only one that's still married, I'm going through them all in my head right now from like the original cast. I don't think any of them are. Like it has to. I mean, Kyle and Mauricio, perfect example. Like
what
were
happened?
Perfect.
Yes.
And it just looks like it fell apart because they just went in completely opposite directions. Now, granted, I think his business blew up so much and like it was just a mismatch at that point. Like they were in such a different place than when they first got married. But yes, it has to. Anytime also, obviously, they renew their vows, it's over. Like that's like
that is actually a great point to make.
Like,
I know.
I feel like production needs to be like, we're not going to do this, or maybe we are. We're going to watch
They're
it.
like,
yes,
let's do it.
We're doing the vows.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it.
We're going to capture that meltdown right after too.
Yes,
like,
yes,
we got a happy year ahead, and then it's going to be a lot
so true.
of,
Can't
like,
wait for the next season. Oh, it's just the best. I love it so much. Okay, so knowing so much about Miami and all of that stuff, what is the hottest things that are happening, the most trendy things? Like, name a few of them.
Okay. I feel like we have a lot of great New York restaurants coming down to Miami, which is just fabulous. Coconut Grove has really blown up as like the neighborhood to be in. And I feel like for all stores that are trying to get in, whether it's like fashion or it's food or whatever like idea, that's the neighborhood that you want to be in right now is like Coconut Grove, Cocoa Walk. That is the spot. Miami Beach, I feel like is going through like a little bit of a rebrand. And I feel like a lot of cool places from New York are like coming down also and like calling themselves home. Cause I feel like Miami Beach kind of, it was a little, you know, iffy.
Jersey Shore-esque.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with the Jersey Shore. I love the Jersey Shore. But yes, it went in a different direction.
It did. And now I feel like it's like coming back a little
good.
bit. So, and especially like with, you know, like I said, like Miami Vice doing their reunion here. We have so many like great places, like No Far Method has a location there in Miami Beach. And there she's like a great Pilates studio in New York. But if there's a trend that I'm saying over and over again, it's like the Tri-State has made itself home in Miami, which is very exciting for New Yorkers like myself.
That's so true. Do you have a ton of friends moving down?
I feel like a lot of them moved down already, or they're doing like the winters here in Miami and then they're still summering up in New York, which I don't blame them. Like if I could have my show in New York, then I would be there in the summer also.
All day.
Yes.
Like, this weather is insane. I don't think people get there like, oh, it's so beautiful. I'm like, it's 1,000,000 degrees out and then we get hurricanes in the afternoon now as if it's like just like a little rainstorm. We're like,
true.
It's crazy.
But the one great thing is like it's so dewy out and the humidity. I feel like we look younger a little bit longer.
Okay, you're so positive. I love that. I was like the humidity. I'm immediately like it's the worst thing ever. Like my freaking hair is up like
the hair might not look great, but the skin is like moisturized.
Well, I need every ounce of that. Once you hit 40, it's all downhill. Like it's rough. I look in the mirror. I'm like, wait, what? These aren't even crow's feet. This is an entire crow's nest.
No, you are looking amazing.
Very sweet, but no, it's true. It's hard. It's hard living here. Do you feel like Miami's getting more and more crowded?
It is. It's definitely getting crowded. And I'm actually in Fort Lauderdale, which I should be in Miami because I'm down in Miami all the time. But even like Fort Lauderdale is getting so congested.
Yeah.
Not that it's like a really bad thing because like it comes with like a lot of like great things. But yeah, it is definitely packed now.
Yes.
And it's so much different than it was a few years ago.
Yeah.
But you know what? More like-minded people, I feel like, are moving in, and like I'm down for that.
It's so much fun. I
Yes.
love it. I love Miami so much. I mean, we're a good hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours from Miami, and I would go every day. Like the energy there is like no other place. It's so much fun.
From all the movement that you've seen coming down to South Florida, what's the thing that you love the most?
Definitely all of the restaurants coming down.
Yes.
I would say also just like the different events. Like we have so much happening here. Like now that soccer's here, and granted, okay, same as you said before, I've never actually watched a full match, but I love that it's here. I love that when it first came, it was like Kim Kardashian was here and all the celebrities in the front.
All of
like,
them.
I love that so much. So I think that has just been the best part. I wish our other sports teams that have been here a while would pick it up a little bit. Like,
Same.
it's so hard.
I
Like,
know.
It is painfully. I mean, yay, Panthers, but like I'm really a football girl.
Yeah,
and
what happened with the Dolphins over the weekend?
Okay, I've been asking myself what's happening with the Dolphins since I'm like a wee little one. And like it's painful. If they were good, this would be so amazing.
I know. I do think that Braxton needs to come back to the
I
Dolphins, though.
agree.
'Cause, like, I just want to go and see Alex.
100%. Okay, first when Reggie Bush was here, I was like, oh, I'm so into this.
Yeah.
And then who else? I can't remember, but we've had so many like famous adjacent people. I agree. Like I was heartbroken. And like my 10-year-old told me, she's like, Braxton's off. I'm like, no.
Yeah, what are we watching now?
I know.
What team is he on? I'm going to root for them.
100%. I still, at age 40, still like Google like Alex Earl's game day looks.
No.
'Cause I'm like, I love her.
It's so cute. And there's like something about like her like turning the page like for influencers is like, it's just like it's different than what we were seeing before. Like even as like, you know, we might not be her age, but like she's still inspiring, which is just absolutely incredible because I feel like people just want like more real conversations like that. Like, and she'll put it all out there. Like when she like chipped her tooth, or the veneer, I should say, and like was filing it with a nail file, I was like, okay, you know what? I haven't watched you in a long time, but this is content that is good.
I could watch her all day.
Yeah.
Like, she's amazing. And I love influencer culture. I do. I think that like it's hard to put your life on social media all the time. Like, do you feel that way? Do you feel like you constantly have to have your phone out, like showing everything?
I go back and forth actually. Like sometimes I go back and forth on like how much I want to show, because like as much as I have a ton of people that like embrace what I post, I have a few people who like knock me down. And
Tell me about that. Like people in your life or?
no, just followers,
Yeah.
like random people, and like some people in my life who like don't really agree with it. But it's tough when it comes to the kids. Like I feel like Bethany Frankel has said it best. Kids are off limits. Like I don't care where you are at in life, but like kids are just off limits. And don't message me about like what my kids are wearing or what they're doing. Like I'm their parent and I want them to do this, and that's okay.
Yeah. And this isn't a parenting page also.
No.
So I'm not like protesting to be this expert that like you can come in like say whether you like it or not. I agree. And they're adorable. Just be happy that they're on there and you see them. Like, they're delicious.
So like it's like the trolls that really make me nervous. Like I had 6 months off of work for maternity leave, and I like kind of dabbled more into like the mommy influencer, if you could even call me that. I don't know. But I was like really showcasing my kids a lot. And then I was like, wait, they're only like 6 months old. Is this like too much? So then I dialed it back and I was like, okay, I'm not posting them. So I didn't post them for a whole year. And then I'm like, you know what? They're such a big part of my life though.
Yes. Yes.
So what is the happy like medium there?
It's so hard.
It is. But I don't know what the right answer is like that. You know, like a little bit of everything, but also like try to ignore those negative people are always like great.
Yes.
But it's kind of scary like when you hear somebody who's like so passionate about being resentful, like what are they going to do with that? Like what more could they do? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah, and we don't know whose phone we're ending up in. Like it's very odd. It's a weird thing. You want to be seen, but at the same time you also don't. And it's like how do you find that happy balance? But like this is the way of the world. Like social media is it. Like, it's crazy. Especially in broadcasting. I feel like so many people now think that they are reporters and they'll get on there and they'll report the entertainment news or any news. How has that affected your world?
I think it's interesting because listen, like TV is a thing of the past. I will be the first one to say that like the Today Show on my TV does not really go on in the morning anymore. Like I am like moving and grooving out the door and like it kind of slows me down. But also I'm not a stay-at-home mom. So that's a little different. But I'm getting my news mostly from like social.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I was like an avid Today Show watcher, and I love it. I will still like watch clips and stuff, but to sit down and watch I don't even really know how to get it on my screen anymore because we're so much with the streaming that I just go to an app and I look and I'm like an idiot. And once my TV's set up, I'm like, I don't want to ask questions or learn things. So I don't really know how to get normal TV every day on my screen. So, or what time things even come on. So it's changed. Everything has
totally
changed.
Different. And I think that reporters can learn a thing or two from influencers because like in the old school reporting ways, we would go new, now, next, and it would be like, I'm live from the Boca Town Center. And like, no one talks like that.
That's so true.
Like, you want to hook me in the first 5 seconds. So I think that influencers are catchy. I feel like we should probably do our own research on like the information that they're giving us. But, they've found a way to like make storytelling really interesting that like the TV has not allowed for. And like, it's a thing of the past. And I think that who knows, maybe we're going to just be reporting more on social and like ways that are more organic and real, like the influencers are.
It's so crazy. What are the stations saying? Are they scared? Is there like a fear?
I think we're definitely working more on like the streaming aspect of things. Oh. The digital department is growing. And I think we're finding new ways to deliver the news on social. But at the same time, it's not as catchy. Like we have to think we've had industry leaders that have like been in this for like 40 plus years. And like, of course, they're going to feel very strongly about delivering it in a certain way.
Yeah.
But when new blood comes in, I feel like we need to like learn from them and hear about how they're changing the game and be able to listen to the Gen Zers and like even some of the millennials, like, okay, how do they want to have their news delivered? So we're kind of seeing a little bit of both, but we're trying to create content in ways that the folks want to hear it, but I just think that we're like a little bit behind, but not to say that we're not going to get there one day.
Wait, that's so true. I never even thought about this because I have stopped watching long form news because one, it just depresses me. And like, I would much rather watch something like South Florida Live where it's like fun stuff and happy things because I'm like tapped out on the sad stuff.
Yes.
So it really, if it is in smaller doses, it's much easier to digest.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people say about South Florida Live is like, they love it because it's actually like fun things that they want to do.
Yes.
Like all of like the like shootings and like robberies and like stuff like that. It's like too much. There's like too much going on. And like sometimes it's okay to like be in a little bubble.
I have bubble 5 myself. So I used to do gun violence prevention work. I did it for many, many years post Parkland, and it became very, very heavy. And it's been a hard thing to be like, but I don't want to leave that part of me beside, but I also like kind of want to be in a happy little like pink bubble where I'm like, you can have joy. And like, you should not forget about the joy.
No, you shouldn't. And it's like it's a very nice place to be in your little bubble. Like it's, as long as my kids are like safe and like, it's not like causing like immediate danger to like them. Like, I don't want to think about it.
No, not at all. And also I feel like what you do put stuff out into the community in a fun way.
Yes.
So you are still helping people. It's not like you're not a gossip columnist, which I'm happy they have their place too.
Yeah,
like,
of
I
course.
love them.
Everyone needs their place. But
yes,
it's a different kind of news content. And it's like, it's just a nice like release for a lot of people who do still have the TV on in the background. I thank you for that. Don't turn it off.
Yes, ever.
That is my job security.
Yes.
But it's definitely, it's all changing and it's all good news on my 30-minute show.
I love it. I love it so much. How long does it take you to prepare for one show?
It takes, I'll write all the scripts and whatnot pretty quickly, like maybe about 2 or 3 hours to like get the show down. But like the biggest part is actually meeting with the guests beforehand and like getting to know them.
Yeah.
Because just because like they are a brand or a business does not mean that they are TV ready. And there is a big difference on being media trained and TV ready than just like knowing your brand. Like I can have like some really big establishments on and like I don't know. Well, actually, I shouldn't say I don't know why. I do know why. It's scary when that red light comes on the camera and like everything just like goes blank in the mind.
Yes. Has that ever happened to you?
Not recently.
Yeah.
But you never know. It might happen to me.
Oh, no.
When I was a young
good.
reporter, for sure. But that is the biggest part of my job is like meeting people and like making sure that they're comfortable before they go on. And I don't always have those opportunities, but it's that is the biggest part of preparation is kind of like knowing who I'm interviewing. And yeah, I can't do that for everyone, but like especially for those like bigger interviews like David Beckham or whoever a celebrity might be in town, those are the ones that I really try to like keep my eyes on.
Yeah, it's so true. And when you meet with them, are you just like, be comfortable? It's okay. It's me. It's a conversation. Like, what do you say to prep them?
Yes. So I just try to let them know that it's going to be like a regular conversation and to not even think about it. They're like, are you going to be guiding me or prompting me? And I tell them, I'm like, listen, if you look great, I look better. So don't worry.
Ew.
Yes. So I'm going to make sure that you don't fall flat on your face because at the end of the day, like I'm right here next to you. Like I want you to look good and I want to look good too. And like, I want to have a segment that is going to like translate what we're trying to like tell them. So I'll guide you. When you stumble, I'm going to pick you right up.
Yes. You're like, I'm holding your hand, but not really.
Yes.
Watch you turn on. You're holding every your guest's hand now going forward. Like it's so nice that you do that.
And I'm sure you hear this too is like the best compliment I can get as someone who does a lot of interviews is like, that was it?
Yeah.
It's over?
Yes. Or I had fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, like, see, I told you, it's nothing to worry about.
Yes. I think it goes back to authenticity. Like you are so authentic. Like this is how you are. From the second you walked in the door, like you are this person and it just automatically makes people comfortable. Like,
I walked actually past the door this time.
It's a hard door to find.
Like,
it's a hard door to find. All right. So it's
but you're
okay.
right. It is genuinely me.
Yes. And at least you didn't watch the other podcast studio down the street. That would be that's one of my biggest fears. They'll walk in and be like, I'm here. And you're like, no, wrong studio. So you're good. Plus the weather is insane right now. So I don't know what's happening in South Florida, but we are a hot mess express.
I know. You know, I'm kind of loving it though, because like as somebody who's from up north, I can never throw on a hoodie.
Aww.
And like sometimes I just want to throw on like a hoodie and joggers and like be inside my little cave.
Yes.
Do things that
That's true.
I don't feel guilty about because if it's nice out, I feel like I need to be outside. Are you the same way?
Yes. Okay. So yes, I also do love a cozy moment more than any other moment, really. But it's crazy. There was a middle school in Boynton that like didn't get out until 6 p.m. last night because they could not let the kids out of the building. So it's crazy. Like this has been such like a life shifting moment for people.
Yeah.
It's like really like a situation. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Crazy South Florida.
I want to flip the script. What is the most intense interview that you've ever done?
Most intense interview I've ever done. Okay, well, I interviewed Michael Rappaport live. And Michael Rappaport's amazing. His mind goes a million miles per hour, but it is hard to wrangle him back in. And I think that was one of the most intimidating things was I like, can I get a word in edgewise? Like there was no script. Like when we met, I knew that there was going to be like my questions were going out the window, which was completely fine. I was totally prepared for that. Yeah. But like I was like, okay, I gotta get you some meat and potatoes here. So I think that was definitely the hardest so far. I interviewed an Amish stripper, which was fascinating. I was so worried about her not being open, and she could not have been more like complete open book. So if you haven't listened to that interview, hop on
That's
it.
the one I'm going to be listening to on the ride home.
It's fascinating. But yeah, so I think those two are the ones that like stick out so much in my mind because it's so fun. I love it. I just love getting to hear people's stories, and live interviews are different than podcast interviews. So
there's a lot of interesting people out there in the world.
Yes, there are, and I'm like, the weirder the better. Speaking of the weirder the better, though, do you think that Florida lives up to like the Florida man lore?
1,000%.
Yes.
Like, I don't know where we all come from, but like we like it's so who said this to me? They're like, somebody just like tilted the country up a little bit and like all the crap just like funneled right down to Florida.
Oh, that's the best description I've ever heard.
Yeah. But we love it.
Yes.
I live here.
Oh my, I've lived here my whole life. So I got stuck here. I got stuck in the funnel. So yes, I've seen quite a lot. Are there certain news stories that came across like your desk or like were presented to you? You're like, that's not real.
Oh, all the time. I mean, and you know what? I feel like a lot of them come out of Miami. I was in Fort Myers before I was in Miami. And like a lot of them come over there too. Like, it's definitely like a little bit more like country out there too. Yeah. And I feel like that's where we get like,
oh yeah,
these wild stories of like, I don't know, like being eaten by like bit by an alligator or a little like like coyote comes by and like steals a dog and like I'm just like, where do we live right now that these are happening in our neighborhoods?
5 days ago, there was a man that ran over his dates it was their first date together because he had a foot fetish and she wouldn't like let him like lick her feet or something. So they like ran it over, and I'm like, that seems practical. Good job.
It's like we get the craziest things here, but I absolutely love it though. Like I can't like when I hear like, oh, like Florida man, like Florida woman, like, you know what? It's a real thing. I'm proud of it. Like we'll see the craziest things on like the corners here, like even at like the stoplights. Like
yes.
I don't know, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
No, and I'm always like, shut up, tell me more.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to hear everything about that person. Like, what did their mom say? Like, it's ridiculous.
What did their mom say?
Yes,
that is a good question to ask. Yeah.
Feel free to knock that out. Anytime you have a story, just be like, and what did your mom say?
I'm going to use that one.
Yes, you fully can. Fully can. Think of me as you do it.
Yeah, I will.
Well, Kristin, I have a game.
Okay.
I have a jar full of mystery questions. I'm going to pull one out and ask you. You have the right to pass on the first one. I have the right to pass on all of them if I don't like them and they're not juicy enough. So,
okay,
are you down to play?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's see. All right, come on, jar. Sometimes I feel like the way that they're folded changes them. Okay. And the question is, what's your biggest insecurity?
Ooh, my biggest insecurity. That's a good one. Jesus, what is it? I will tell you my biggest insecurity. Okay. This is me thinking like off the cuff, and like the first thing that comes to my mind is actually my Long Island accent. And I will tell you why. So I grew up in Long Island. Mm-hmm. I grew up in New York, and I always wanted to be an actress. I always wanted to be on TV in some like way, shape, or form. And I told you about my Oprah Winfrey story, but like I just wanted to be like in the spotlight, however that may be. And so I had like an acting coach and like did all that training and stuff like that. And a casting director, I auditioned for a role. A casting director told me that I would never get anywhere with an accent like that. And that I was a pretty girl with a pretty face, but my accent made me ugly. And I worked so hard after that to make sure that I had a non-regional accent.
Oh my gosh.
And like I'll still have my words, like, and I'll let myself get comfortable when I want to be, but when I'm like in a very professional setting, I will make sure that I pronounce everything like as accurately as possible. But like you might have heard me say like draw.
Okay, wait, I have to tell you something about the word, and I promise you I have friends that are laughing right now because I cannot say the word
drawer.
I have to say drawer like floor. I have to say it after it because I can't. I go drawer. I'm from Florida. Yeah. Like I'm not from New York, but like I cannot say the word. So
yes.
I feel you on that word.
Yes. But that is like one of my biggest insecurities as being a professional is not giving people a reason to like talk down to me or like think that I shouldn't be where I am. Yeah. And like, you know, as being like somebody that's on camera that always needs to like look very put together, like a lot of that also comes with like how you present yourself and your dialect as well. So that is my biggest insecurity. I will tell you also, I'll give you a bonus.
Yeah.
My biggest insecurity as being like in my personal life, now that I'm jogging my brain a little bit, is actually being a young mom. Yeah. I feel like, and maybe other moms like can like relate to that, but where my son goes to school, like a lot of like the women are a little bit older, and like that's okay, but it actually makes me feel a little bit insecure because I feel like sometimes like I'm not mature enough to hang out with them, like that I'm almost like too immature because I haven't been in that like phase of life. So our kids might be the same age. And like we might be still going through all the motions, but sometimes I feel like they think like you're just a baby.
Really?
Or like they'll joke about like, oh, I graduated my master's when you were just graduating high school. And like I know it's like kind of like a compliment,
it's
but
jealousy also.
But it's also like a little backhanded, and I'm like, I don't really know what to say to that. Like, can I joke with you back, or like I'm just gonna kind of stay quiet and like observe?
Yes. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I was born in whatever year. But I think it does come from a place of jealousy. By the way, mom friends, very hard to get. It's like you would think it'd be so easy. You have immediately something to like talk about and like match on. It is
No,
not.
it's like the hard, that's the hardest interview ever.
Beyond. It's so hard. Like I finally was like, you know what? It will come when it comes because it's just so hard. It's very difficult. But I hate that you feel that way. I feel like it's rooted in a place of jealousy because they're like, oh, damn, she does not need nearly as much Botox as I do. So, yeah. So true.
But that is definitely my two things. You got my personal and my professional.
Thank you.
I know.
I love that.
A bonus.
You're amazing. What is next for you? Tell me where people can find you. Give me all the lowdown.
So you can always catch up with all of my craziness in my life on my Instagram, Kristin Sanchez TV. I'm working on my TikTok. I'm not as active. So Kristin TV on TikTok. And obviously you can watch me Monday through Friday on South Florida Live on NBC Miami at 12:30 to 1 p.m.
Yes. And you could also get the clips, right?
Yes.
Online. So,
online as well at NBCMiami.com.
So good. You'll find out everything that's happening. Kristin, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I had so much fun with you.
And getting to know you.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I love that. All day. I'm like, I will talk about myself anytime you want. So thank you so much. And thank you for being here. And thank you all for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
That was fun.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Shut Up, Tell Me More. You can find us on Instagram at Shut Up, Tell Me More. Remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, go to the show page and click the follow plus sign. If you listen on Spotify, click the follow button. You can also find us on YouTube. You'll automatically receive new episodes as they come out, as well as updates. Doing this also helps me algorithm land, so thanks in advance. Lastly, give me a 5-star review, and I'll be so grateful. See you in the next one.